couple of years ago, I remember watching a couple of videos. When I say a couple of years ago, this was like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago. I was like a teenager, young teenager, right? I kept getting these videos suggested to me. How to talk to a girl, 6 ways to talk to a girl, this is how you get a girl, da 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 da. I remember I would always get these weird ads where it was like a little ad of an animation and it would start off with like a super robotic voice like, do you want to know why you're not getting a girl? In this video, by the end of this video, you will learn the secret steps of how to get a girl. The reason why you're not doing this, da 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 da, right? And it would go like that, and I would watch the end of the video, and then of course they wouldn't give the real answer of how to do it, and they would say, buy this course, go down, click this, it'll take 2 seconds. And now I'd be like, throw my phone across the Warning. If you have the attention span of a 4-year-old, please click off. This is not TikTok. Thank you. The reason why I used to watch these videos is because I had a crush while I was in middle school. And I had a couple of crushes actually, but the main crush that I had, we're gonna say her name was, let's say her name was Sarah, right? This girl happened to be in my class, and she was one of the smartest people in my class. So maybe I was just attracted to intelligent girls, I don't know. But she was like literally the second smartest person in my class. We judged this by like the highest test scores in the class, right? So she was the second of the highest test scores in the class. And so I had a crush on her, and it was so bad. I feel embarrassed saying this to begin with, but I had such a strong crush on this woman that, such a sim, bro. So I used to get back to class really early from recess because I didn't have that many friends. I was introverted, so I didn't have friends. I would come back from recess early, like 10 minutes before the bell even rang. And you weren't even supposed to do that. Like you could get a detention for it, but I found a way to sneak in, like no one even noticed me. So I would always sneak back into class 10 minutes early, and I would just like either take a nap or sit down, right? So most of the time I would go to the canteen first, like to get a snack or something, right? Before I went up there to chill. So I would have a snack while I'm chilling. So my favorite snack at the time was the M&Ms, and not the peanut M&Ms. I hated the peanut M&Ms because I hated peanuts regardless. But I liked the brown bag, the chocolate, right? So I would always get this, and I would use my allowance on it, and I would go back to the class and eat them in silence. A couple of times when I would do this girl would come back after recess was done. She would be like the first person in class once the bell actually rung. And so I would be sitting there enjoying my M&Ms, and she'd walk up to me. I swear she only saw me just because of the candy. And she'd walk up to me sitting and all in the back of the class with my M&Ms, enjoying myself. And she'd be like, can I have some? And me, of course, being practically in love with her, I was like, sure. And I'll give her some. And sometimes I'll just be like, yeah, just take the whole thing. And she'd be like, oh, thanks. Bro, I got so down bad that I remember every day, after that day that I realized she liked M&M's, because she told me, she was like, oh, wow, these are my favorite kind. Can I have these? Or can I have some? And I was like, sure, take the whole thing. After I figured out that those were her favorite, bro. Oh, why did I do this? I spent my allowance every day from that point on buying M&M's after recess just to give to her because I knew she would ask. I wouldn't even wait for her to ask. I'd be like, you want some? Or I would just give it to her. Bro, and it wasn't even like, I didn't like M&M's that much. Sure, they were my favorite, candy, but I liked other things. I wanted chips, I wanted other stuff. But from that day forth, I could not get a single thing other than that because I was just trying to please her. And I remember this one day where we were in gym class. This is all in middle school, by the way. We were in gym class and we had to like do a jog around like the fitness room before we could do anything in the gym class. Like there was like the treadmills and it was like a gym, but before we did that we had to run in a circle, right? So I remember like we were jogging around and somebody fell, right? Like one of the kids fell and the girl that I liked like stopped and picked him up and like helped him up, right? So you're okay, whatever. And so me seeing this, I was, bro, I hope this video gets no views. This is one video that I hope it gets like 2 views, bro. So me seeing this, I was like, bet. So I can't remember if I fell on purpose or by accident. If I did by accident, I just happened to fall over. But I remember when I fell over, she happened to run past me and she looked at me and I looked at her and she was like, ew. And she kept running. Bro, that was like the beginning of my villain arc, bro. She said, ew, and kept running. I was like, what? Bro, I swear I thought I was hearing stuff. I thought there was no possible way that she just said that. I was like, what's wrong with me? Wait, what is it because I'm bald? I was bald at the time. Like my parents did not let me have any sort of haircut. If you've had specific parents, they will only let you have like a bald head or like super short, like what is it called? Like a buzz cut, right? So I was like, is it because I'm bald? Is it because I don't have hair? Bro, that crushed me, bro. I had to have been like 12 to 14, maybe even younger. But that crushed me, bro. And I bet you even after that, I still liked her. But ever since then, never been the same, bro. Trust me, I still made mistakes and I still learned lessons from them, but bro, that day changed me, bro. I could not look at that girl the same. I couldn't believe it. Imagine you're giving a girl every day basically something that you really like and you're giving it away. Only for them not to even pretend you don't even exist. Worse than pretend you don't even exist. Pretend you're just crap on the sidewalk. Oh my God. And so that's why I started watching these videos, how to get a girl, how to do this, how to do that. They kept getting recommended to me. I kept watching them. And every day I watched them, I would always feel good after watching them. So I'm guessing like the dopamine sensors were lighting up in my head, and I kept watching them. And it made me feel like I was actually doing something. You know, it made me feel like I was, I'm learning. Next time I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say this to her, to this other girl that I had so many crushes. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say this. They're gonna love me. But you've seen the title. Unfortunately, I had been so wrapped up in watching these videos that I thought I was improving. I thought I was getting better at talking to girls. Excuse me. I thought I was getting better. I thought I was learning stuff. Which I was. But eventually I kept watching the same videos. I was learning the same tips and tricks. 5 this, 5 that, 10 steps this. I was hearing the same thing. I wasn't taking action. I wasn't doing anything about it. And so nothing happened. It was like I had the illusion of improving. I had the illusion of improvement. I thought I was, but nothing was happening. I wasn't taking a single step forward. I stayed sitting in the back of the class, not talking to anyone. Not even guys for that matter. I wasn't even making friends. So I don't know why I was expecting to be friends with girls or to attract my crush. But oh my God. You can get trapped in the illusion of improvement very easily. I feel like a lot of people get trapped into this part of improving. And I think this is why I agree with a lot of these videos. I kept coming across these videos a while ago where it was like, why you should stop watching Hamza, it was like so many people started taking advantage of Hamza. If you don't know who he is, he's that person. But I kept seeing these and I kept agreeing with them because I started to think people who keep watching stuff like this without improving, if you keep watching videos of how to attract a girl, how do you do this every single day for months on end without doing anything, then you only have the illusion of improving. You're not really improving. You're just sitting there thinking you're improving. But to actually be on self-improvement, you actually have to be taking action. You actually have to be taking steps in the direction of improvement. And that means you need to make a decision to stop taking advice, stop watching the same videos that are regurgitated over and over again. And you actually need to take those first steps to actually starting self-improvement. One of the hardest things that I've realized being on self-improvement is starting anything. Like it's the idea of starting something is so beautiful, it's so tempting, but it's like it's out of reach. It's like you put it off. It's like seeing a hot girl, the best girl you've ever seen, right there. You're walking in the mall. You're like, oh, that's so tempting. I would love to go up and walk, ask for a number or whatever. But you're like, nah. She'll probably reject me. Or if I see some other girl later, then I'll ask her. You see another girl, you're like, but I'm busy right now and I have to cash out this. I have to do this, I have to do that, so I'm not gonna do it now. Same thing with the gym. You look at the gym membership, you're like, I finally have enough money for the gym membership, but I don't want to spend money now. I'm just kind of trying to save, so I'll do it next month. It becomes an endless cycle, and no one's keeping you accountable. That's kind of why I wanted to start this community. So I actually started a Discord because I did notice people starting Discords, and the benefits of certain Discords that actually have the community of self-improvement. Those Discords are actually beneficial. And that's why I started the Discord, the mission, which you should join. I'm going to leave it in the link in the description. But just the thought of having a community and people keeping you accountable is a really helpful thing in keeping you away from being in that trap of the illusion of improvement when you're actually still in the same spot, which not a lot of people realize until they snap out. Somebody snaps them out of it, or they snap out of it themselves when they look back a year before and they realize they're in the same predicament, the same situation, the same problems. So if you want to improve, first step you can do is subscribe. Second step, join the Discord. It's free. So for now, link's going to be in the description. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you in the next video.